The latest crime blockbuster of 2022, starring Oscar winner Daniel Craig, Knives Out Part 2. Today he finally came. This season, Detective Blanc and a group of wealthy people are invited to Greece to participate in a new murder mystery game. After several people arrived at the destination according to the address on the information, the steward sprayed a special vaccine into each of their mouths so that they did not have to wear masks on the ship. While a group of people were enjoying their vacation, a woman caught the attention of Blanc. He was once the former partner of the inviter Max, but they later broke up peacefully due to differences. But today, he stood on the deck to attend Max's banquet with them uninvited, which surprised Blanc. After riding the waterway for 2 hours, several people successfully arrived at Max's island. Just as Blanc and Max were about to shake hands, the woman behind him caught Max's attention. He never expected that he just sent out an invitation letter politely, but his ex-girlfriend actually went to the date alone. So Max first settled a few people in the villa on the island. While he was preparing for tonight's murder mystery, Beast Boy wanted to run some leg exercise before dinner, but he accidentally discovered that his girlfriend was hooking up with Max. Just when he was about to take revenge, Blanc, who was hiding behind him, stopped Beast Boy, and the two of them came to the living room as if nothing was wrong and continued to guess. Attending a dinner party. The central hall is filled with all kinds of rare treasures, and there is also a priceless portrait of Mona Lisa hanging on the wall. It turns out that France was forced to close the Louvre due to the virus, so Max was free to rent this famous painting to the island villa. Then Max pressed the switch of the villain, so that even if there was danger, the portrait would not be damaged. The next murder mystery game officially begins. Max claims that he will be murdered after Blanc and his friends return to the dormitory after dinner, and that the murderer is someone among them. Then their mission is to find evidence and catch the murderer hiding inside, and he has also buried many clues on the island. After finishing the mission, Max turned on the mechanism and put himself into a state of suspended animation, and the game officially began. A group of wealthy people are invited to the island to participate in a game called a murder mystery. But I never thought that on the first day after arriving, Beast Boy's girlfriend would get together with his friend Max. Seeing his girlfriend's betrayal with his own eyes, Beast Man summoned all the members to the living room, preparing to announce what had just happened to the public. Just when he was pretending to hug Max, something suddenly stuck in his throat, and he fell straight to the ground. By the time Blanc and his team reacted and prepared first aid, Beast Man was already dead. This was supposed to be a game where Max was murdered, but it turned into Beast Man by mistake, and Blanc also discovered that Beast Man had been staying here and said that this was a well-planned murder. Just when several people were wondering who the murderer was, Max accidentally discovered that his name was written on the wine glass that Beast Man drank before he died, which also meant that he was poisoned by the wine in his own glass. "You are the real victim." Max reacted and hugged Blanc quickly, asking him to help him find the real culprit behind the scenes. Now everyone in the living room is suspected and has a way to escape. Blanc originally wanted to cheer Max up, but the next second all the power in the villa was turned off, being deliberately cut off. Immediately afterwards, Beast Man's girlfriend Xiaomei ran in from outside with a harpoon. She was shocked and said that Andy was the real culprit behind the scenes. After hearing Andy's name, Max hurriedly ran outside, because he would not give up until he died just now, and Andy would definitely kill him. Blanc followed Max's trail and ran out of the villa. After seeing Andy's figure, Blanc grabbed his hand and told Andy the news of Beast Man's death. While the two were talking, a pistol was quietly aimed at them. Just hearing a gunshot, Andy fell in a pool of blood. The next second, all the rich people came out of the house in a swarm, and no one knew who had fired the gun just now. In order to investigate the murderer behind the scenes, Blanc summoned several people to the living room to recall. It turned out that all this was the plan of the fake Andy Blanc. The real Andy had been killed by Max and Beast Boy 5 years ago, so his twin sister pretended to be Andy and found Blanc, hoping that he would help find out the truth about her sister's murder. The only clue now is a red letter from his lifetime. If you want to catch 7 murderers in one go, you can only create an isolated place to catch them all. So what happened was that the first few people came to the island alone to solve the mystery, and the bullet that Andy was shot at just now did not hit Andy, but was blocked by the notebook. So Blanc prepared to use chili oil to make Andy pretend to be shot and died, and he tried to delay time for him to find the red letter. While Blanc was pretending to analyze the murderer, Andy came to Max's study and successfully found the red letter. Whoever the content in it was most unfavorable would be Andy's murderer. When Andy dragged his exhausted body to the living room, everyone was shocked. Only Max remained calm, and the truth finally emerged. It turns out that it was Max who found out that Beast Man was allergic to pineapples. So when he wasn't paying attention, he secretly put pineapple mixture into his wine and then swapped it with Beast Man. Then he took his pistol and went outside to sneak attack Andy, watching everything he had done being overturned by Blanc. Max originally wanted to persuade Andy's sister to turn around, but the other party didn't take this at all. He directly picked up the lighter and lit the tablecloth in the living room. The flame was sucked into the exhaust hole and exploded. In the end, Andy's sister chose to give up the chance of revenge and handed Max over to the police. The film ends with a scene of Andy's sister sitting on the beach with Blanc, asking not to hurt her brother again.